Even when the election could not hold, Governor Oshomole accused prominent opposition leaders for being responsible for the problems. For example, he attacked the Honorable Minister of Works, Architect Mike Onolememe, of disrupting the election that never held in Uromi.
In the first place, election didn't take place in anywhere in my local government. So the issue of intimidating voters with armed policemen certainly could not have arisen. So if the governor makes that allegation, it is clearly unfounded. Maybe his mouth was running faster than his head. Because if there was no election, how could I have intimidated voters? For what purpose? Where? I mean, no electoral officer came to any of the police stations. No voting materials arrived in any of the police stations. Party supporters were just seated quietly under different canopies that the parties arranged. And I spent about 3-4 hours sitting and waiting for electoral officers and materials. And when they did not arrive, I left. And by the time I left, later they announced that the voting will not take place. And that was all. So that was it. It wasn't true that I intimidated people with mobile policemen. I'm not a police officer, but I know as a minister of the Federal Republic, I'm entitled to some VIP protection, just like the governor.
EDSEC could only conduct elections in only 14 local government councils and postpone 4 others, including Esan Northeast, Esan West, Oredo and Ikpoba Oha local government councils to Wednesday, April 24th, 2013, 4 days later. The election in Esan Northeast on the new date, Wednesday, April 24th, 2013, was observed as one of the most peaceful elections in modern Nigeria. The people came out en masse and rallied support for electoral officials and security agencies to ensure that peace was maintained. Thugs who wanted to disrupt the voting process were overwhelmed by the support of the people. Time ticked, yet EDSEC declined to declare the result of the election without reasons.
These are some of the presiding officers. They slept here. They slept here. They are still here. They want to hand over their materials to the returning officer, the electoral officer. But the electoral officer is nowhere to be found. It's nowhere to be found. How are you doing, madam?
No, I'm not feeling fine. I'm suffering. No food, nothing.
I know
they should come and help us to carry this bag some more so that we live here.
Well, who employed you, madam, to work in the yesterday election?
Is that night now?
Where are they? Have you seen them?
I've not seen them.
They've not spoken to you, no communication?
No, nothing.
And you slept here?
We slept on the ground.
BM floor?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been suffering since yesterday morning.
And you slept on the bare floor here?
We slept on the floor here.
Until now, it's almost 10 a.m.
Exactly.
You don't have any information?
At all, no information.
Okay. Are you in the same situation, madam?
The same.
The same situation?
We are together.
Have you been able to talk to your family about the situation?
No.
So you are just here?
Yes.
With the material, with the election material?
Yes.
Has anybody asked you to
Nobody.
Nobody. You are just with them.
We are just here on our own. We don't know what to do. We are appealing to them. They should come and release us.
Madam, I think you are in the same situation.
The same situation. We slept here on the bare floor yesterday. You can see my eye and I am dozing.
I know.
We have been looking for somebody to come and release us. Nothing. Oh, my body is paining me now.
Anger rose as enthusiasm were dampened.
As you can see, we need our result. Without result, those Mopo will not live here. Because this is not the first one. We have done it in another local government. Other local governments are not, it's not Uromi. Uromi. This we call Uromi, Olika, Ozigbeni. We cannot take it lightly with him. Unless he releases our results.
We want the election that took place yesterday to be announced because it was free and fair and it was obvious, it was cleared. You understand?
It's a very simple issue. The people have spoken. The community has spoken. And the choice is going to be the man that we're going to go in for the council. There is no going back. Oshomole is the one that practices one man, one vote. you practice what you preach.
We are here, we are protesting because of what happened yesterday. We are still here, we sleep over the police station to make sure the ballot paper did not move. Because at about 4 o'clock they were trying to smuggle out the result ballot paper, but we got them caught. For that, we are able to host them. And the mobile police here, they are sent to protect the election and the people of Uromi land. There is no way they will leave without declaring the result and make sure there is peace in the local government.
ESSEC will come to their right senses and probably send an officer here to declare the result. That's why I'm here.
Has there been any communication?
Well, I have not had the opportunity of having any communication with ESSEC because they have caught that.
Well, from what I saw from my ward yesterday, the election was peaceful, and in fact, this is the most peaceful election that we have been able to conduct in that ward. But surprisingly, we are dazed and amazed to see the result not being announced. The returning officer midway absconded, the EO too absconded, and it's a pitiable situation to see Edo State government that before now was the front burner, was in the front runner of one man, one vote. The one man, one vote principle is what exactly the people of Eastern Northeast demonstrated yesterday, and we are shocked to see him doing otherwise.
I am a community leader, and I'm the national president of Uromi community. I also a way of representing the Royal Highness. We've been here since yesterday, trying to see that this community did not break down. In law and orders are still maintained. I've been outside for a while ago to talk to the youth that the king said they should not make trouble with anybody. So, but what they are saying is that they want results. So the result is the one they're actually waiting for. If I tell you that some of us slept in the police station, you will not believe me. You can see me this morning. I've not taken my bath. I've not eaten since yesterday. We have been here trying to maintain peace because the community also needs people to talk to them. The youth, they are becoming a little bit violent, but we have put them together and they are happy. They wait that the result will be called.
What Oshomole did this time is showed the Edo people that Oshomole is so sincere leader, is not faithful to his own promises. This is a man that campaigned by one man, one vote. Look at what he's doing now. Even he said the election, the 14 local government announced it's an indirect system of appointing caretaker. That is not an election. So my message to him that he should fear God and announce the winner of this local government.
ESSEC came out with the unexpected as they cancelled the election. Then Uromi, the otherwise peaceful community, wept for the process they have labored for. More worrisome is the fact that the whole election process in Edo State, which has become a reference point of how election should not be conducted, was actually done by a self-professed political reformer, an apostle of one man, one vote.
From what we have heard so far and from what has been seen by so many, there seems to have been a monumental error somewhere that seemed to have really made today a sad day in terms of the conduct of elections in Edo State. This is sad with the backdrop knowledge of what has been happening in recent times with elections, and we're almost beginning to start singing Uhuru, because with the July 14th elections there was a major reduction in terms of the hiccups and problems with elections, but that seemed to have come out so glaringly today to the extent that very close to where things were supposed to be happening, they couldn't happen. Again, because of this issue of logistics.
The conduct of today's local government elections has been woefully disappointing. Not only to the people of Edo State, but to Nigerians home and abroad. A time like this, that we call in history a turning point, that history failed to turn. All the anticipations that Edo State will set a kind of benchmark for others to emulate collapse like pack of cards.
The ESSEC that is running elections in Edo State is a puppet there is a puppeteer behind that pulls the strings of this puppet. So I sympathize with SCF members because I can sincerely say that they don't even know what's happening. They are dazed and as perplexed as the ordinary citizen in Edo State. The issues of funding, for instance, we had all kinds of grievances that money wasn't being released to SCF as and when due. Also, it will interest you, and I challenge the governor of Edo State to set up an inquiry into those that were responsible for printing sensitive materials. Who were those that got the juicy contracts? We know them. Let them set up an independent inquiry. So essentially, SCF was just a puppet.
Of who?
Of the governor. Let me tell you this. We have a saying in my place that when a man sends his son to go and steal, he does not go stealthily. He breaks the door down. SCF has done this so brazenly because they have powers behind them. They have dictates. If you see the manner in which SCF officials are going about their duties, even after this reprehensible conduct, you will know that they are sure that nothing will happen by way of reprisal.
In Uromi, the echoes of the April 24th election have become a sharp reminder of June 12th annulment. Both elections have some things in common. Free and fair, but annulled by fearless powers that could not sway nor manipulate neither the people nor the process.
And let me tell you the situation in Edo State. The temperament there, the feeling there, oscillated between total surprise into anger. And now, the feeling that the average Edo man faces is difficult to put in words. Sheer bewilderment.